Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What if I told you that the Steelers are on the verge of pulling off one of the most jaw-dropping moves in recent NFL history? You see, there's a rumor swirling around that could seriously shake up the entire AFC North and, more importantly, give Pittsburgh a massive boost in their quest for Super Bowl glory. That rumor. The Steelers are reportedly in talks to trade their first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft for none other than Jaylen Waddle, the electrifying wide receiver from the Miami Dolphins. Yes, you heard that right. Waddle, a guy who's been making waves with his speed, agility, and explosiveness, could soon be donning the black and gold. And let me tell you, if this trade goes through, it could be a game-changer for Pittsburgh. Now, why would the Steelers be so interested in Waddle? Well, for starters, he's just 27 years old, and he's got that rare combination of speed and precise route running that makes defenders look silly. We're talking about a guy who, in the 2025 season, played 9 games, caught 41 passes for 586 yards, averaging a solid 3 yards per reception, and scored 4 touchdowns. Not only that, but Waddle's catch percentage is an impressive 69.5%, and he averages over 65 yards per game. His metrics are off the charts, with a PFF grade of 88.7, and his EPA per target sits at plus 0.55, meaning he produces significant value every time he touches the ball. Plus, he's a yak guy with an average of 7 yards after catch, and he's gained 30 first downs in limited action. That's the kind of explosiveness that can turn a game on its head. And when you look at Waddle's career stats, they tell an even more compelling story. Over his career, he's amassed over 50 receiving yards and scored 30 touchdowns, with nearly 10 yards per target. He's a guy who has shown consistency and big play ability, and he's only getting better. Remember, this is a player who, when healthy, can be a true game changer. His long reception last season was 46 yards, a play that can stretch defenses and open up the entire field. That's exactly what the Steelers need, especially with the current injuries they've faced at wide receiver, notably the injury to George Pickens and the depth concerns following the loss of Deontay Johnson earlier in the season. Waddle would instantly upgrade their passing attack, giving Kenny Pickett one of the most explosive duos in the league, with George Pickens and Waddle sharing the field. But hold on, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's consider the other side of the coin. The Miami Dolphins aren't exactly in a prime position to hold on to Waddle forever. They're currently 2-7, and that's not the kind of record that inspires confidence. According to insiders like Adam Schefter and Rossini, the Dolphins are considering trading Waddle to recoup draft picks to bolster their defense, which has been leaky, surrendering around 29 points per game, one of the worst marks in the league. Miami's cap space is roughly $4.6 million, and with the team looking to rebuild or at least retool for a playoff push next season, trading Waddle for a future first-round pick, possibly in 2026, makes strategic sense. They are collecting assets, and with their current record, a rebuild seems likely, especially if they want to invest in a stronger defense or find other ways to improve the team's overall competitiveness. Now, the Steelers, on the other hand, are sitting at 4-3, with a cap space around $6.2 million. They're at a different stage of their cycle, and this move could be a calculated gamble. After losing George Pickens to injury, the Steelers have been seeking ways to deepen their receiver core, and Waddle fits the profile perfectly. His skill set complements the team's style of play, fast, precise, and capable of making those big plays that swing games. Imagine a duo of Waddle and Metcalf. That's an explosive combination that defenses would struggle to contain. Waddle's speed alone can turn routine routes into big gains, and his ability to find gaps in zone coverage or beat man-to-man assignments makes him a nightmare for defenders. And with Kenny Pickett developing as a quarterback, having a reliable, game-breaking receiver like Waddle could elevate the offense to new heights. Now, let's talk about the impact this could have on the Steelers' offense. If Waddle joins the team, projections suggest he could easily rack up around 100 yards in his first season. That's a huge boost, especially considering the Steelers' offensive scheme and the talents already on the roster. Waddle's EPA per short pass could increase by around 25%, and when paired with Metcalf, who's already a deep threat, they could become one of the most potent duos in the league. The combination of Waddle's explosiveness and Metcalf's size and strength would give Pittsburgh a dual threat that defenses would have a hard time stopping. Plus, Waddle's success against man coverage. His success rate over 62% on slants and routes means he can thrive in various situations, making him a versatile weapon for Kenny Pickett to utilize. And let's not forget the strategic implications. This trade could be a catalyst for the Steelers' offense, transforming them into a machine akin to the Chiefs back in 2022. With Waddle's ability to generate big plays, the Steelers could see their first downs increase by over 30 per game, making their offense more consistent and dangerous. And for the defense, well, the Steelers have been solid at limiting yards through the air, allowing just about 200 yards per game, and adding Waddle would make the offense even more unpredictable. That kind of unpredictability keeps defenses honest, forcing opponents to respect both the run and the pass at all times. Now, what about the numbers and the odds? Well, if this trade happens, the Steelers' Super Bowl odds could skyrocket from plus 5,000 to around plus 2,500. That's a massive jump, reflecting the added speed and playmaking ability Waddle brings to the table. It's not just about improving their offense, it's about giving them a real X-factor on the field. Speed mismatches are some of the most dangerous weapons in football, and Waddle's ability to stretch the field could lead to a 20% increase in playoff wins, making Pittsburgh not just a playoff contender, but a legitimate Super Bowl threat. And the comparison to other recent trades is unavoidable. Think about Tyreek Hill's move to the Dolphins, which transformed their offense almost overnight. Waddle's skill set is similar, and adding him to the Steelers, Arsenal could be the difference maker they've needed for years. It's a bold move, but sometimes bold moves are what push teams over the edge, especially when chasing that Lombardi trophy. The Steelers have a rich history of making impactful trades and building through strategic moves, and this could be the next chapter in their quest for greatness. In conclusion, folks, this potential trade is pivotal. Waddle's addition could accelerate the Steelers' dynasty ambitions, turning their offense into a juggernaut and making them serious contenders come playoff time. For the Dolphins, it's a tough pill to swallow, but it's all part of the business and the ongoing chess match that is NFL roster management. They're gambling on future assets, while the Steelers are betting on immediate impact, and if this deal goes through, it'll be a story that fans will be talking about for years. The ripple effects across the AFC North could reshape the division landscape, and the Steelers could become the team to beat not just now, but for the foreseeable future. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Are you excited about Waddle joining the team? Do you think this could be the missing piece that finally pushes Pittsburgh over the top? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers, and I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. This is the kind of move that could define the franchise's future, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, go Steelers.